In 2026, a luxury cruise ship became a floating nightmare, not because of a storm, not because of mechanical failure, because something invisible got on board, something that turned vacationers into ICU patients in a matter of days. 3 people are already dead, more are fighting for their lives, and the virus responsible is one most doctors have never seen in a living patient. By the end of this video, you will understand exactly what hantavirus is, why this particular strain is different, how it turned a cruise into a medical emergency, and the uncomfortable reason why the system keeps telling you, don't worry, while quietly monitoring passengers across multiple countries. It started in early April 2026. The MV Hondius, a Dutch expedition ship, left Ushuaia, Argentina, for a 33-day polar-style voyage. Passengers paid top dollar for penguins, icebergs, and adventure. What they got instead was something far more ancient. 2 passengers, a Dutch couple, had gone on a wildlife excursion before boarding. Somewhere in the rodent-heavy regions of South America, they inhaled something deadly. Days later, the first symptoms appeared: fever, muscle pain. Then the lungs began to fill. By early May, the World Health Organization was notified. Cluster of severe respiratory illness on a cruise ship. As of May 8th, 8 cases, 6 laboratory confirmed, 3 confirmed dead. Case fatality rate, 38%. The virus? Andes virus, a member of the hantavirus family. And here's what makes this one terrifying. It is the only known hantavirus that can spread person to person. Most hantaviruses come strictly from rodents. You breathe in aerosolized particles from their urine, droppings, or saliva, especially when cleaning cabins, garages, or disturbed nests. The virus hits the lungs, causes fluid to leak into the air sacs, and drowns the patient from the inside. Hantavirus Pulmonary Syndrome. No specific antiviral. Supportive care only. ECMO machines in the best hospitals can bring mortality down, but most places don't have them. But Andes virus broke the rule. Close contact can transmit it. That's why this cruise ship cluster triggered global alarms. Right now, health authorities in multiple countries are tracking passengers who left the ship. The vessel itself is being diverted. The public is being told the overall risk is low. But here's the part they don't emphasize in the headlines. Your body doesn't care about official risk assessments when the virus is in your lungs. Every cell in your respiratory system can become a battlefield. The virus triggers a massive immune overreaction, a cytokine storm that destroys healthy tissue while trying to fight the infection. What begins as flu-like symptoms can collapse into respiratory failure in as little as 24 to 48 hours after the lungs are involved. This is not hypothetical. It's exactly what happened on that ship. And this is not the first time. Hantaviruses have been killing people quietly for decades. The 1993 Four Corners outbreak in the US shocked scientists. South America sees hundreds of cases yearly. But because it's usually tied to rural rodent exposure, it rarely makes global news until it boards a cruise ship with international passengers. Now the disturbing questions the institutions don't want to linger on. Why was rodent control apparently insufficient on an expensive expedition vessel? Why does the public only hear low risk while contact tracing crosses continents? And why does the medical system still treat aging like vulnerabilities and chronic conditions as inevitable? While these zoonotic threats keep emerging from the wild, we continue to encroach upon. The truth is, our biology has always been vulnerable to these ancient viruses. Rodents have carried hantaviruses for millions of years. We are the ones moving into their territory, and sometimes bringing them with us in cargo, luggage, or on our shoes. What you can actually do right now, without waiting for regulators or pharmaceutical companies. If you've been in areas with rodents, cabins, storage, farms, even urban basements, ventilate first. Never sweep dry droppings, mist with disinfectant. Wear an N95, bag it, dispose. If you develop fever plus muscle aches plus shortness of breath after potential exposure, tell doctors immediately, I'm concerned about hantavirus. Early supportive care saves lives. The cruise ship passengers didn't get that warning in time. In 2006, we learned we could rewind the cellular clock of aging. In 2026, we're being reminded that nature still has clocks we cannot control, and viruses that don't read our risk assessments. The question is no longer whether these pathogens exist. The question is how many more floating petri dishes, melting permafrost releases, or urban encroachments it will take before the next one isn't contained to 147 people on a ship. Your lungs are working right now. Keep them that way. Stay aware, stay prepared, and never assume low risk to the public means zero risk to you.